Yep, there we are. We are live and we are back and better than ever with another episode of Sports Night. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Hope everybody's staying safe. Hope everybody's doing well. We're back. We're going to have a great time tonight with Sports Night. We're going to combine Disney and sports. We've done this in the past and we're going to do it again tonight as Steve and I are going to talk about our Disney baseball teams. We are going to build from the bottom up our Disney baseball teams, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. But before we get started, of course, as usual, I want to say hi to my partner channel, Steve. Welcome in, pal.
Hi there. Question.
Yes.
How close are you?
Like 9.
Oh, 9 away. Oh, I got something went wrong on my YouTube chat. There's a monkey with a hammer. I kid you. Look, I'm going to take a picture of this to send it to you. This is ridiculous. I've never seen this before. Let me take a picture and I'll just show everybody.
Something went wrong. Uh-oh.
It says something went wrong. Let me pull it up real quick. This is what I got.
Oh.
Something went wrong and a monkey with a hammer. And it says try reloading the page. So I'm going to reload the page.
Well, mine's working.
The screen's working. It's the chat that was not working.
Huh. That's weird. Well, welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all doing well.
There we go. Now it's back.
Good. Brian says I want Goofy on my team. Well, maybe Goofy made our teams. You never know. He might have. But welcome in, everybody. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat really, really fast. Tim Pruitt's first in here. Good to see you, Tim. Brian Eisenhart and My Disney Park Memories, and Alex Brunner. Alex, Magic of the Mouse is in here as well. Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's do some quick mousekeeping really, really fast. Steve, what's coming up on Steve's World's channel real fast?
I'm finally going to release my first vlog in 2 months coming up. I'm excited. I've been busy with everything else going on, starting a new job, helping to create the This and That website and the other stuff. Mm-hmm. I've not had time to focus on vlogs and my own channels. I've been recording a lot. I got a lot of painting stuff I've been recording, puzzles, and then just normal Disney stuff and Disney World stuff from actual videos from there. So got a lot ready to go. Just haven't edited it or been putting it on, but I'm excited to get back to it. So
awesome. Good job.
And Monday, I don't ever usually do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Monday, I'm reintroducing back Give Kids a World, Getting to Know You with the Myers and the Mouse family. So
nice. Oh, that'll be fun. Be sure to check that out, everybody. Monday at 8 with just another Monday night with Steve, and it's Getting to Know You with the Myers and the Mouse group. That's going to be awesome. Kelly and Mama Mouse. That'll be awesome for sure. That's going to be great. Well, I'm glad to hear it. On our end, we've been posting videos here and there. Being down here in Florida now, we're able to get out and see a few things. So we've been posting some videos. Be sure to go check them out. And we're 9 away from 2,000. So hopefully we'll get there. We were 9, then we were 6, then we were 9 again. Then we were 8, then we were 9. But we'll get there at some point. But thank you all for joining us tonight. Alyssa Stenberg, welcome in as well. Hope you're doing good. And, of course, everybody check out the Live Place. Dean over at theliveplace.com. He is kind of the TV guide of live streams for sure. He's got tons of live streamers over there, Monday through Sunday. If you're looking for a stream, you're bound to find something that you'll be happy with over at theliveplace.com. So be sure to check them out. Of course, my 2 partner channels, one of them's right here, Steve's World, and my other one is Dan, Disney Dan, who was on a little bit earlier with Disney Fiasco, and he was on with the Viacre project for Sessions, which was great as well. Other than that, guys, I think that's it for everything in the way of that. Let's see, we covered Steve's World, everybody there, and yep, we're good. Go ahead,
how do you like living in Florida?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's too new right now. There's so many different things going on with getting our residents together and what's going on there. Everything going on with what's going on around the country and everything there. Melissa's not down here yet. I can't work from my job. I have to work from home. Disney's not open. So there's a lot of obstacles right now. But other than that, I mean, it's great. Weather's been beautiful. It's no rain, which has been a surprise. But it's awesome. It's going to be great once everything calms down and we get back to normal. I'm sure we're going to absolutely love it. And, I've got all kinds of great content coming. We have all kinds of ideas for lots of different vlogs and things we're going to do. So it's going to be a lot of fun for sure. Marguerite Nagy, welcome in. Good to see you. A video of the Magic Kingdom last Saturday. It's a little over an hour long. I've been in rendering. Magic of the Mouse has been in rendering heck for the last week. Rendering a video. That's funny.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I locked my family out, and I got to go open the doors.
That's fine, no problem. So while Steve is out letting his family in, hope everybody's doing well in the chat. Again, we are 9 away from 2,000 subs. So if you're able to get, if you haven't already subbed, please do so. We'd love for you to do that. And thank you for everybody for being here. I know there's other people that are going live tonight. And for you to pop in over here, we appreciate it very, very much. It means the world to us. But,
okay.
Well, yeah, no problem. We are going to talk again tonight. We're going to build and construct our Disney baseball teams. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to have an owner. We're going to have a manager. All 9 field players are going to be included. We're also going to have a bench player, a relief player, a mascot, and a team name. Now, Steve, you and I did this probably back in, October of last year. We did the football. Remember that?
I do. I think so. I think it was around. Remember. Man, I can't remember. It might have been when was the opening of the NFL? I think we did it when. I don't remember. Maybe it was earlier than that.
It might have been. It might have been.
I'm trying to remember if I think we did it before I went to Florida in August. Did we? Maybe not.
Oh, I think we might have. No, I think we might have. But we had such a great time. It was so much fun. Our teams were so different. But what was great about both of our teams for the football was we both had really good reasons for the players we picked, and I thought they were really legitimate.
Yep.
They all made sense for as different as they were.
Brian wants if he can be the mascot. So
I got my mascot, man.
I got mine too.
I don't think anybody's going to agree with mine, but I do have a mascot.
I don't think we've done this before. We're going to do it in the future with other sports. There could not be a more tailored sport night like this for me.
I love baseball too, but I got to admit, I think I dropped the ball on this one. I'm not as happy with my team as I thought I was going to be.
I'm extremely happy, and you'll see why in a minute.
Carlos, Disney World Freak, welcome in. Good to see you too, bud. Thank you for being here. So let's get started, Steve. Before we get to the players, and to have a team, you got to have an owner. Everybody has to have an owner, right? Without an owner, you don't have a team. He's the guy that runs the team. He owns the team. He's the the buck stops here. He starts it. So for you, who is the owner of your team?
Well, this is a little obvious choice if you want to do this because my team has got to be the best team, which means they need a lot of money. The person in Disney worth the most money is, of course, Scrooge McDuck. Now, I think he might own my football team too, but he's got that much money that he could. And actually, Forbes released last year a fictional 15 character, their top Forbes 15, and Scrooge McDuck was valued as the wealthiest Disney character of all time at $65.4 billion.
Wow.
That's a lot of money to spend on my baseball team. And since we want to be all about the fans and giving them all the high-tech stuff and everything, and I want the best players on my team, I tried to find somebody else, but I couldn't get away from Scrooge McDuck and his $65.4 billion. So I'm going with Scrooge McDuck.
That's a great pick. What worries me about him, though, is the fact that he can be a miser at times.
He can be a miser. But it's $65.4 billion, and Disney's only worth $149.53 billion. So just a little over halfway.
He's halfway there.
He's almost halfway there. Yeah,
he is. No, that's a great pick for sure. Well, I was going to say him too. I really was going to say. I mean, he's kind of like Team Marie Photography. Welcoming. Good to see you.
I tried to pick somebody else, but I kept going back to. Well, I want money on my team.
I thought about money, and I said, who else has got a lot of money that I think might be a hands-off owner? And let his people run his team, and I'm going with the Sultan from Aladdin.
Yes, I thought about him, and I thought about the Cave of Wonders too, but I went with Scrooge.
Yeah, I think that's a great pick, but I went with the Sultan. He's got a lot of money. He's very rich. I think he would be a hands-off owner, so I don't have to worry too much about him meddling in and doing things he probably shouldn't do. And I think he definitely have the fans and his players in mind. He's a pretty good guy too.
Okay.
So my guy was the Sultan.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, he crossed my mind, but I don't know. I kept going back to Scrooge. I think he's got the money I need for my team.
I got you. And Captain Akron. What was that?
The Sultan probably is too.
Yeah.
I mean, Scrooge is going to be like the Jerry Jones of baseball team owners for Disney. So we want the big jumbotron. We want everything. So
he would. He definitely.
I want to attract the best players to my stadium.
Captain Akron, welcome in. Good to see you. Magic of the Mouse says, yeah, Scrooge McDuck, he'll probably be like the Orioles owner, a tightwad. Actually, that's not true anymore. Peter Angelos doesn't run the team. They've actually done – I'm very happy with what Lou and John Angelos are doing with the team. So I'm happy with where they're going there. Dole Whip Dad's in the house. There's Jeff. Good to see you, Jeff. There's Richard, too. Arjohn's welcome in.
Richard, what are you painting? Donna's room?
Well, at least he doesn't have to go pick up Nick and
I read that in Dan's stream. He was thankful. The thing he misses the most is picking up Nick or not picking up Nick and Nick
that was funny. Yeah, he's funny. Yeah, 2K. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, buddy. We'll get there when we get there. I just appreciate all those that have subbed. Rob Fuzz is in the house. Good to see you, Rob. Hope you're doing well, buddy. All right, so we got our owner. Look, every owner wants to have a good manager. You want somebody that's going to be that field manager on the field that can take care of everything, manage everybody, set the lineups, be there for his team. So it's got to be somebody who's really, really good. And who do you have, Steve? Who's going to manage your team?
There's only I had a few names, a few candidates. I did the interviews. But there's only one individual that came to mind that had the cunning thought that could get himself out of a pinch if needed to be, strategizes in every single thought is precise and everything. And that's Basil of Baker Street from The Great Mouse Detective.
That's a good pick.
I mean, that guy, I go back to when he's stuck on a mouse trap or a rat trap, whatever you want to call it, and he's doing all the – I mean, in that moment when he's about to go snap – not Thanos snap, the other snap.
Right.
You're sitting there and he's thinking and he's going. He does the math in his head. It's just like everything. I mean, that guy's got the ability to adjust and adapt. So I'm going with Basil of Baker Street.
That's a great pick. I didn't even think of him. Definitely, he's going to be one of those guys that's into the analytics for sure.
Yep.
He's going to be into the analytics. He's going to have his lineup. He's going to look at the tapes.
He reminded me of is it not rookie of the year, but the one where the kid's like the coach. And the guy at first base is like, what? And he's like, move over. And he moves over and he's like, no, move over some more. And the guy's just sitting there and then the ball comes right to him, right in his face. I'm like,
I don't think that's rookie of the year because the rookie of the year is the one where
he hits his arm. I don't remember which one it is, but it's that movie came to mind when I thought about Basil of Baker Street.
That's funny. That's a great pick. Basil of Baker Street for sure. That's a great pick. Jeff says, Sandlot. Okay. That's what T. Marie was saying. So for me, again, I think this guy would be great as a manager. He always has the answers. He always is there for everybody. I think he'd be great at analytics as well. I'm going with Rafiki from The Lion King. I like Rafiki a lot. I think he would do really, really well as a manager. He knows how to handle everybody. He's got the answers. I think he can handle different personalities, but he also can give you a swift kick in the butt if he has to, which we've seen before. You know, if he has to knock you over the head to knock some sense into you, he'll do it, but he'll always guide you down the right path to help you become a better ball player. So Rafiki for me.
That's a good one. That's a real good one. He has the ability to bring people together, so that would definitely be good.
Yeah, I think so. Detroit Disney Duo, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see who else. Big Noah Mountain 5. Welcome in, Noah. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here, everybody. Please remember to hit that like button. Definitely helps the stream. And if you could, share it out. Let everybody know we're here, and hopefully they'll come on in.
And share out Walt's channel. He's like 9 away from 2,000. So let's get him to 2,000.
Walt and Melissa, even though she's not here as much.
Walt and Melissa, of course.
She definitely has
a duo.
Part. Yeah.
And the 2 kids and their dogs. Yeah.
It's a family affair.
It is a family affair.
Donna Jaworski, welcome in, Donna. Everybody say hi to Donna. Love you, Donna. Hope you're doing well, dear. Thanks for being here. Detroit Disney Doer says Aladdin would be a great ball player. You can get a free wish of your choosing. I took all that out of I kind of took most of that kind of stuff off the table for me. I was just looking at it as people. But maybe I shouldn't have. But some of it I didn't. I
tried to stay away from magic as much as possible.
Magic in the Mouse says Captain Hook for manager. He's already got the hook when he goes out for pitching changes. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a pitcher on his team. Oh my gosh! But you know what? Speaking of pitchers, you know what? Every team's got to have that. What was that?
I don't know.
Is that
you or me?
I don't know.
It It was loud in my ears, though. I know that.
Me too. What was that? Somebody's coming into our stream, Steve.
It sounded like there was like a train going by, and then all of a sudden I heard a high-pitched whistle.
Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know if everybody else could hear the feedback. I don't
know where the feedback would come from. We both only have one mic, no other internal. I don't know what it was.
I don't know. Sorry about that, everybody. But thank you. I'm glad you're back. Sorry. So, Steve, we got to have a pitcher. Every team's got to have that ace. Now, we're only doing one pitcher. We're not doing a whole staff, but every team's got to have that one ace, that starting one pitcher, lockdown right? guy that's going to stop that losing streak. Who's going to be your pitcher?
Outside of the box, most of the great pitchers in history are tall, lanky guys that have a mind for baseball. You got to be able to think on your feet. You got to be intelligent. It's not just brute strength in pitching. And I went with somebody who fits that description a lot, reminding me of Earl Hershiser in build and thought and everything. I went with Milo James Thatch from Atlantis, the guy that very intelligent, fits the build 100%, and he could be the one to adapt. Now, he may not look like he has a lot of talent, but he would use the geometry of everything, how it works, and the physics to make a really good pitcher.
That's a great pick. By the way, LSU mom Emily's here. Emily, thank you for being here. And Brian says Captain Hook would be the Jim Abbott of Disney. Hey, Jim Abbott threw a perfect game, man. You can't beat that. But no, that's a great pick, Steve, for sure. He does fit the bill too. He really, really does. Mm-hmm. You know, look, Greg Maddux was a little dude. Pedro Martinez was a little dude. You don't have to be this super imposing figure on the mound like Randy Johnson. I mean, it probably helps, but you don't have to be.
No, but I mean, they all the greats, other than a few in history, but most of the greats are tall and lanky,
right?
Or short and lanky. They're not the bulky guys. Right. They don't do that.
No, I agree 100%. That's a great pick for sure.
Can we keep the background yawning to a minimum, please? Act like you're interested in the stream. He's your father, for crying out loud.
He's not.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah, I would say Shere Khan would be a great power hitter, and he has a lot of speed. That's true. That's true. Well, my pitcher, I'm going with unpredictability. I'm going with somebody that you're kind of afraid to get into the batter's box because you just don't know. Think Newt Lelouch from Bull Durham kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Can be really, really good, but then again can throw it to the backstop. But then again, he loves baseball, and I'm going with the Goof. I'm going with Goofy. Goofy's my pitcher. He's tall. He's lanky. He can be unpredictable. He is the man, and he's got to make my team. I would almost be afraid to step into the batter's box with him.
I just think he's going to hit more people than he's going to strike out. So. He might hit more people than he's going to throw strikes. I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
I love that pick though because I've actually seen him on the mound. Actually, was he on the mound in your thumbnambl?
Yes, he is. No, I think he's at the plate.
Whatever. I've seen him. I've seen those instructional videos that from the old days where he was a pitcher. He's a good pick.
Yeah, he's funny. I don't know. I gotta have him on my team, and I would love to have him as my pitcher because if he can actually harness it, I think he could be really, really good.
All this and that, Daddy, welcome in.
Yes, all this and that, Daddy, welcome in. Thanks for being here.
It's Kelly, by the way. His face, anyways.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah.
It is.
We don't know if it's Kelly for sure, but it's Kelly.
Brian says Goofy's a professional bench warmer.
We have a bench player.
Yeah, we do. Magic and the Mouse says had Goofy for first base. That's a good pick too. But we'll get there. We'll get there for first base. But from there, every good pitcher's got to have a good battery mate. And a battery, for those that don't know, is a pitcher and catcher in baseball. Who's your catcher?
Are you doing relief pitcher yet, or are we gonna save that for the end?
Let's save it for the end. That'll be our last one.
So the catcher is the field general. He is the true captain of the team. He is the true person that sees everything that goes on. He's the only person that can see the entire field from his position. So I have always taught, even when I coached, that the catcher is probably your most. He's your like I said, your field general. It's maybe not the most important position. You got to have somebody of great mindset. You got to have somebody of who's very powerful back there to do it. And I thought there was, who better than catcher than a god? And I went with Zeus. So I think Zeus is demanding and powerful and would be an incredible leader behind the plate. Now, there's a lot of leaders that could have fallen in there, but none as powerful as Zeus.
That's a great pick. Yep, and you're right. My pick, I didn't even think of that, but you're right. A lot of field generals are there. They are the catcher for sure. It's either catcher or shortstop. Mm-hmm. They're the two really, really big, important positions other than the pitcher for sure in baseball. But you're right. I mean, Thurman Munson, Ivan Rodriguez, Yadier Molina, those guys, Mike Scioscia back in the day.
Yep.
And they all were. They
turn into coaches.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Lots of coaches are catchers for sure. Yep. Because they know the game really, really well. That's a great pick for sure. I went in a different direction. I like my catchers to be, first off, I want a big target.
Yep.
I want somebody behind the plate that's going to, first off, give me a good target. I want somebody behind the plate that's going to be able to protect the plate for anybody coming home. But I also want somebody that's going to be a good power hitter as well. I like catchers to be hitters. If you can get a great power hitting catcher, you've got something, because usually they're not both. Usually they're good defensively or good offensively. Usually not both. So I went with Baloo.
Nothing wrong with Baloo whatsoever. I actually have another member that I moved to a different position for the exact same reasons you mentioned. I had him at catcher, but then I came up with something better for him. So we'll get to him in a minute.
Yeah, I think Baloo would be a good catcher. I definitely think he would. I think he could be not quite the field general of someone to the extent of a Zeus. You're right, but I still think he would hold his own. He'd be good at calling pitches. I think he'd understand it. I think he'd be one of those guys that would talk to the batters and get on their nerves. You know how catchers can do that? I used to play with a kid. And when he caught, he would be one of those that would try to get under your skin while you were in the batter's box. I think he would be the same way. I really do.
Yep.
So I picked Baloo. He was my pick.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, he could be obnoxious, but he has a big target. He's going to block the ball in the dirt. It's going to be good. Yeah,
I think so. That's the other thing, too. I don't think very many are going to get past him. Now, if he's got a range to his left or right too much, that's going to be a problem. But I think he would have a good arm, too. I really do. So that's my pick at catcher. Of course, first position you go to after catcher, as you're going around the bases, you got to have a first baseman.
Yep.
So, and first base is an important position as well. Who you got over there?
And again, I try. This is the one that I didn't want to put there, but it made the absolute most sense to me. That I really left some good people that I really wanted to include on my baseball team kind of past the bench because I thought this made sense. And again, I tried to keep magic out of it as much as possible. But you need somebody over there that's got a heck of a glove. And there's nobody. They got to do the scoops. They got to do a lot. In my opinion, you got to have somebody with a good glove. And if you have a big glove to take care of that, like Wreck-It Ralph would have, you're probably going to be okay to be able to catch and scoop some balls. So I'm going to go with Wreck-It Ralph.
I bet he can hit too.
I bet he could hit as well. Yeah,
he's a 3 or 4 hitter for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great pick. That's a great pick. I got to be honest with you though. What do you think? You think he's a lefty, or is he a right-handed hitter?
I would assume, for my purposes, that he's a lefty.
Okay.
So, because I want a left-handed first baseman.
Gotcha. Brian says Mike Wheeler is the umpire. Donna said Mike Wazowski for the because he only has one eye. Oh my God, that's so funny. Those are great. I agree. I think that's a great pick for sure. Again, you want a big target at first base too. Somebody that can get to the balls up here, get to them up here, lunge out to the side. I think Ralph would be really good in that position. He'd be a great first baseman for sure. And again, he's definitely a middle of the lineup hitter.
Yep.
I went for somebody who I thought would be a big target as well, but he's a little bit more, in my opinion, to be athletic. I think he'd be Keith Hernandez over at first base. Mm-hmm. But he can. I think he can hit. I don't know that he's a 4 guy. He's probably a 3 or 5 hitter in the lineup. I went with Gaston.
Yeah.
I think Gaston would be a good first baseman, good big target, muscular guy. He's going to hit for power, but I think he has enough agility to be the Keith Hernandez type over there, who can really play some really good defense. So that's my pick.
Well, no one plays first like Gaston either, so he's just really good. Was that a Walt joke?
That's great. Yeah, I love it. That's why I liked it so much. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, but I don't know. I think Gaston would do well over there for sure.
Oh, I don't have anything against the Magic. I'm just last time I got kind of hounded by this guy for like, oh, they can't do that. You wouldn't be able to do that in a baseball game. I'm trying to keep it more realistic this time.
That's great.
You know, like Mice being my coach. So.
I think it's great too. Kay Atwood says, but Gaston would be looking in the mirror too much.
That I was going to say that, but I didn't want to belittle your pick at all. He might miss the ball, but I'm looking at himself. So,
well, that's where I'm hoping Rafiki can kind of manage him a little bit and saying, you know what, I'll have the mirror waiting for you when you get in the dugout. How's that?
If you catch the ball, you get a date with Bell.
There you go. Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. No one hits like Gaston. No one plays third like Gaston. Oh gosh, that's so funny. You guys are funny. Gosh. So, all right, second base. We got to have a good second baseman. Now, the second baseman, in my opinion, people underestimate a good second baseman. First off, second baseman has to be able to turn a double play.
Quick hands,
absolutely, and quick feet because of that reason too, in my opinion. When I played high school ball, I played short and second. Those were the two positions that I played, so I understand those positions really, really well. Second baseman is also the guy that, for cutoffs, there's a lot of backing up in certain situations. So there's a lot of moving parts to a second baseman that I think a lot of people miss.
Yep.
So you got to have somebody who can really be on their game, and I think is quick-footed and quick hands. So who do you have, Steve?
Yeah, your whole middle infield's got to be that way. My second baseman was an easy choice for me. That's Aladdin. Aladdin's going to have quick hands, quick feet, very ability to adapt on the fly. He's going to turn that double play with my shortstop pretty easily, and of course he's going to be a speed guy. Could be a leadoff batter, and he's got all the tools and agility to play a middle infield position.
Absolutely, 100% correct. I think that's a great pick. I think he's awesome. I think that's a great pick for sure. He definitely, and he has the build for a second baseman too. Not too big, but very athletic. And you're right, Steve. He's a 1 or 2 guy in the lineup, probably. A guy that's not going to hit for a lot of power, but he's going to hit for average. He's going to get on base. That's a great pick. So my pick for second base is, I see this person as being very athletic, a lot of agility. I think has the footwork and the handwork to do what needs to be done. Disney Dan in the house.
Dan?
Good to see you, buddy.
He chose Kronk.
Not at second base, trust me. But I think this person would do really well there. I think they would also – I just think they would do well. And I picked Merida from Brave.
That'd be good.
That's my girl. I think she would do awesome there. She's very athletic. I think she's also got the personality for those guys that come in hard to second base. And she would take it. She would get up.
And agility.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think she's got great accuracy, so her throw back to first base or on cutoffs I think would be very good. She seems to be pinpoint. I'm picking Merida. That's my pick. And I will say this. I think she's a number 9 hitter, but there's been some great 9 hitters in the lineup for me. I think I'd probably put her as what I consider, and I think a lot of people do, the second leadoff hitter in the 9 hole, as somebody who's not going to hit for a ton of power, driving a lot, but it's going to get on base.
I would agree.
Yeah, there you go.
Great pick.
Thank you. Let's see. Magic in the Mouse says, I've got Woody for turning 2. He can take it if he can get ran.
But he's also the size of the ball, so you got to be careful not to smash him with it. Because I'd already thought about that part too. That's why my little guy's my manager.
Right. Gotcha. So next up for you is the shortstop. And kind of, again, the shortstop is the general of the infield. He's the kind of the guy that decides who's going to take the cutoffs, who's going to take the throw at second on a stolen base. He does a lot of backing up in a lot of different areas, positions people. Cal Ripken was really known for that in his day as a shortstop. He was the first really big shortstop that came out. And it was all about positioning, understanding the hitters, and knowing where to position yourself. So
Brandy and Dave are here, and they say Dave is the general of the infield.
Okay. I changed my mind. Donald Duck for shortstop. There you go, T. Marie. But Steve, who you got for shortstop?
Obviously, a shortstop has to be able to react on a whim. It's usually the most important position to react to on the field. They are the general of the infield. The only position I think has more responsibility is the catcher. But as far as athletic ability, you need to be able to react and be able to move fast, be able to turn a double play fast too. And just, as soon as the ball's hit to you, you got to get the ball to second base on an accurate throw and then get it over to first in order to even have a chance to turn it. And I went with Tarzan. I think Tarzan is probably very athletic. We've seen him dodge bullets when Clayton shoots at him and he's poses into the tree. I think he would be able to react very fast and be able to snag anything that comes his way. And we can save money by not buying him shoes, so we'll be all right.
That's a great pick, for sure. I agree 100%. Now, I'm going out on a limb on mine. First off, I think Tarzan's a fantastic pick. He's very athletic. He's probably on the bigger end for a shortstop, for sure. Because when I think shortstops, I'm thinking, for me, I always think Louis Aparicio, Mark Belanger, Alan Trammell, the little guys, not the
I think Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez,
right,
and all the bigger guys.
The Nomar, the big ones. And I think more of a shortstop as the little guy. But I don't think you go wrong either way. It's evolved over the years to being the bigger player now, for sure.
Yep.
But for me, my shortstop, I went in a totally different direction. This might be the only one you don't like so far, Steve. I went with Sheriff Woody as my shortstop. He's a little guy. He would be probably my number.
Can you imagine him holding the ball like this, running to second base, trying to get there?
Well, I'm assuming he's the same size as everybody else.
Yeah, If you put the ball in retrospect to everything else, I agree 100%.
Yeah, I like Woody. I think Woody's a good. He's the leader of the toys in Toy Story. I mean, he's the guy they all look to. He's the guy that runs everything. So I'm not worried about him there. I think he'd be a good field general.
I considered him for my coach.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good field general in that respect. Hitting wise, he's going to be one of the little shortstops again. He's going to be the Aparicios, the Belangers, the Alan Trammells that aren't going to give you a lot of numbers. My team's not a big power team. I'm just going to let you know that all together. But he's my pick. He's my pick, and I think all things being equal, if he's a normal size, I think he'd be okay.
He's going to get a lot of walks because the strike zone's like this big. So
he might have to be my leadoff hitter.
I mean, you could roll the ball across the mound, I guess, and get it there okay. But
exactly, I know. Dan says, "Do Marvel characters count?" I choose Ant-Man. Giant. He's safe after one step. He's got a home run after one step.
Yep.
T. Marie says, wait, if this is fantasy baseball, can we make Woody life-size? Yeah, that's kind of what I did. I kind of took it as him being life-size for sure. All right, so of course, everybody always forgets about the hot corner sometimes, but it's an important position for sure. And we got to have a great third baseman, Steve. There's been some great ones in the history of the game.
Yep.
Who's your third baseman?
Your third baseman realistically needs to be the most agile person on the field that has the best reaction time of anybody that you've seen. They have to be able to adapt without thinking, which my character does, and that's Flynn Rider. I think Flynn is going to be able to adapt the best. I think he's going to make it's called the hot corner because you don't have time to react, you don't have time to think. You just do it, and Flynn works best in that retrospect. I went with Flynn Rider.
That's a great pick for sure, and you're right. He fits the bill 100%. He's going to be reactionary. He's going to. I think he's young. He's going to have great reflexes. Very athletic. I agree 100%. I love that pick. Brian says, what did he say? He's talking about somebody.
Mrs. Incredible.
That's a great pick too, for sure. But no, I agree, Steve. I think Flynn Rider's got to be on the team somewhere for sure. He's a great pick, and he'd be good as the third baseman. So for me, my third baseman, again, same thing. He's got to be able to react quickly. Got to make quick decisions. Got to be very athletic, very agile. But I'm going to chill the hot corner, and I'm going with Frozone.
I hate Frozone.
I know you do.
But it's a good pick. It's a good pick.
I think Frozone, he has athletic ability. He's a superhero. He has agility. He has to react on the fly. I think he would be great in the role, and we're chilling out the third base hot corner with Frozone. By the way, Francisco Kid, welcome in. Go Dodgers all the way.
I agree 100%. Look, that's my kind of guy right there. You know what? I should be wearing this. There we go.
It's baseball, sure.
It is baseball.
Hopefully we'll have a season. Magic in the Mouse says, I've got Wheezy from Toy Story too.
And Noah Dad is also a Dodger fan, so, you know.
Yep. He says, hey, it worked for the Dodgers having a penguin at third base for years. Yes, they did. They did. Ron Say. See there, I'm not even a Dodgers fan. I know who they're talking about. Honey, where's my baseball bat? So Frozo's my third baseman for sure. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. All right, Steve. Outfield's important. Got to have somebody chase the ball.
This is where I kind of changed things up because originally I had not Hercules. I had Aladdin on his magic carpet. I had Hiro Hamada riding on Baymax, and I had all these flying things. Nobody's ever going to pass it, but I went with straight ground people this time.
Gotcha.
So which position are we on? Left field
first.
So I thought about this left field, and I thought, and I actually moved this person from one position. This is the one I had at catcher first. And I had some other people over here, and I said, no, there can't be anybody. Left field is where most of the hitters hit the ball out. You need somebody that's going to not let that happen. And there's Fenway has the green monster. Mm-hmm. Let's go with the black monster in Chernobog. And he's going to be able to stand there and like, come on, try to hit it over me. I went with I had Chernobog at catcher, but I do want somebody for the same exact reason. I think it was Dan that put in there, or whoever picked Ant-Man. The guy's going to be able to touch a base after one just with his toe. Like, hey, there it is, right there to there. That's the magic part about that. I let it go through, but I went with Chernobog for sheer size. The big black monster. He's going to stop the balls. He is his own Fenway Park.
He is. He's definitely his own green monster for sure. Nothing's getting by him. Melissa Gover, welcome in. She must be new here.
Hi, Melissa.
But no, that's a great pick for sure. And he's another one that's probably going to hit in the middle of the lineup. He's probably like
he's going to be my fourth hitter.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. That's a great pick for sure. So my left fielder has got to be athletic. Again, somebody that can go get the ball for sure. Doesn't necessarily have to have the strongest arm. Usually your strong arm is in right field or center. But I'm going with Tarzan. Tarzan made my team. He's very athletic. He can go after the ball for sure. He's not going to be my center fielder, but he's going to be my left fielder, Tarzan, and very athletic. Just like you said when you made your team. Tarzan's my left fielder.
That's a good pick, too. I mean, I had Tarzan, Aladdin, and Flynn Rider were my original outfield, but I moved them all to the infield, just going back and forth. So,
gotcha. No, I just think he would. I think he'd do well out there for sure. Mike Wheeler says I would have put Chernobog in center field because he can open his wings and block left and right.
True.
It's true too. AJC Magic TV, welcome. It's good to see you.
Get that, Brian.
What's he say? The Beagle Boys? What are the Beagle Boys?
The Beagle Boys from DuckTales. Woo!
I don't watch DuckTales.
Oh, you poor unfortunate soul. Go watch DuckTales. The Beagle Boys were the thieves in DuckTales.
Oh, okay.
So hence the base stealers.
I mean, I know some of the players, but I know some of the characters from DuckTales, but I don't know all of them. Okay, so there you go. That's my left fielder. All right, Steve, center field. We got to have somebody who can go get the ball.
You got to have somebody that, like Mike Trout, that can rob the ball when it's hit over the fence, or, hit up there. And you need somebody that can climb that wall. And I don't know of any better climber than Quasimodo. He doesn't have necessarily the speed, but he is very agile. He's very fast. Doesn't let the hump bother him. He climbs better than anybody. He's strong. I don't think he's going to let anything get by him. I think Quasimodo is the way to go.
Oh, he's definitely going to scale some walls and bring some balls back into the ballpark. I agree with that 100%.
And he's faster than he looks.
He is. Oh, I agree 100%. He's one of those guys probably going to hit probably second or sixth, seventh in your lineup, somewhere around there.
Walt is a professional wooer.
Woo! Woo! I've got Huey, Dewey, and Louie in left center and right field. Got to cover the gaps. That's true. That's a good pick too, for sure. But I love Quasimodo. I think that's a great pick for sure. You're right. He's definitely going to be able to go up there and bring some balls back in. But for me, when I looked at center field, I was thinking about covering the balls over your head. But you know what? Sometimes you got to come in on the ball too. It's not always about that. Some bloops, sometimes you got to come in. So you got to have somebody cover a lot of ground, very athletic. I think this guy could probably scale some walls too, maybe not to the level of Quasi. But this is where I put Aladdin for me. Aladdin's my center field.
Oh, yeah. I actually had Aladdin in center field as well, but that's when I had him playing with the carpet and he could fly around and get there faster. But then I took him out the carpet and still had Aladdin in center field, and I pulled him into the infield because I thought it made more sense to me.
No, I agree with that. Nope. So Aladdin's my center fielder. I just think he would do really, really well there. And That's why I picked him. Woo! Somebody's talking about Ric Flair.
Oh, I like Ric Flair too.
Me too, man. I got to tell you the story about him one time. But anyway, so there you go. Aladdin is in the house. He's my center fielder. So right field, you know what? Right field is usually probably not your best defender, but he's got a strong arm. And he's usually a middle of the lineup guy for sure. Who's your right fielder?
So my right fielder is somewhat the magical aspect of what I was thinking when I first put him on my team. That I probably should pull him out now, but I'm going to leave him there. And that's the Genie. I think the Genie would be pretty impressive. I was thinking at one time, he can reach his arm out and catch, but I think he could still be a good right fielder even without that. And he's going to be bulky and strong at the plate. He doesn't have to be the fastest guy, but I think he's going to have a strong arm. So I think the Genie still fits.
I do too. I think that's a great pick for sure. I think he's awesome. I think he would do a great job. He wouldn't have to use major. What's that?
Sorry, Disney Dan said my right fielder is the old man Cupid guy from the Snuggly Duckling from Tangled.
Could you imagine him in right
I know
field?
Exactly who he is talking about.
I do too. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I don't know how well he would do out there though. But my right fielder is. By the way, I love the Genie. I think he's a great pick. He wouldn't use the magic like you said to the point where he'd have to put a long arm, but he could if he had to float off the ground a little bit to get to a ball. He's probably going to do that a little bit. Yeah, I agree 100%. Or if he's got to make the glove just a little bit bigger than it is, he's going to probably do that for sure. Let me see here. So I'm just kind of I got Kanga and Rue in right field. I don't know if you can have
2 for 1
people.
special.
That would be good though. So my right fielder, this is kind of where I definitely think my right fielder is going to be challenged defensively, and that's why I put him out there. But I think he's got an incredibly strong arm, and he's going to be a definite middle-of-the-order guy. Dan, you'll be happy. This is where I put Kronk.
Oh.
Kronk's my right fielder.
Nice.
I'm going to try to hide him out there, but I want his bat in the lineup. I think he's incredibly strong. I think he has a good arm. He's not going to be the best defensively, so if he has to really go after a ball, the center fielder better be backing him up because he's going to need help. But I think his bat's too important to the lineup. My lineup's not filled with big hitters anyway, so Kronk is my pick.
Pull the lever, Kronk. Yeah, that's a good pick. Now, Kronk is obviously going to be some power. He has the build of a first baseman probably, but he's not slow by any means, and he does have the arm for sure to get the ball in. Yep.
So that's my pick there. So you know what? That's our 9. That's our starters. But you know what? We gotta have a bench player. We gotta have that guy that comes in.
Yep.
Whether it's pinch hitting, pinch running, defense. Who's your bench player? Who's your utility guy?
So you need the utility guy, like you just said, needs to be somebody that's across the board, got a lot of attributes of multiple facets, can hit, can play defense, can move around in the lineup, but he's also got to be strong and smart. And I went with Hercules. I think he could come in for any position and be just fine. He's got the arm strength. He's got the bat strength. He could be the DH if we need him to be the DH when we're playing in the weird American League. And it would just be good all the way around.
That's a great pick for sure. And he's going to give you speed. He's going to give you power. Yep. I think he's not going to hurt you defensively. He's a great pick for sure. My utility guy is going to be the prototypical utility guy. This is going to be a guy that's fast. He's going to be able to play a lot of different positions. He's going to get on base a lot. I went with Dash.
I had Dash on my ultimates list.
I went with Dash. Dash is going to be my guy. If I need a stolen base, if I need a pinch runner, he's going to be my pinch runner. If I need a pinch hitter, he's going to be my pinch hitter. He's going to get on base 9 times out of 10 because he's just going to beat it out. He's super fast.
Yep.
He's going to steal you a base. He can get to first to third on a single if need be. And defensively, I think he's going to do really, really well. I think he can play the outfield positions. He can be an infielder as well. I picked Dash.
Oh, Dash is a great pick. He was, like I said, I had a list of, when I did my list, I had made this. Make sure there's nothing else on this list. I had made a bunch of names on the list that didn't make it. I was trying to find a place to put some of them. Dash was on there, Hiro Hamada, Baymax. I wanted all those guys in there, but I just couldn't find room. So because I liked my team. I thought my team was pretty balanced, athletic and physicalness, and I have got agility and everything. I just thought it worked out pretty well the way I put it in.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Brian says Judy Hopps. Judy Hopps is a good pick.
Judy Hopps was on my list for manager, believe it or not. So I thought she could do that. But
Preston McDevitt, welcome in, buddy.
What's up,
Good
Preston?
to see you. Hope you're doing well. And then, of course, if our pitcher does get tired, or if he does get knocked around, sometimes you got to bring in a relief pitcher. You got to bring in that person that's going to kind of, stem the tide or, stop the bleeding, so to speak. Who do you have as your reliever?
Work with me here. So when you got somebody, you need somebody that's consistent. You got to have somebody that can go in there day in, day out, be consistent, nonstop, can go give you an inning, 2 innings every night if you need to. You need old reliable to be able to come in. I went with Trusty from Lady and the Tramp.
All right, that's a good one.
Only because of the reliable thing. So
I agree.
But I went with Trusty, old reliable. He likes to tell the story, and you need somebody that's reliable to be on your relief pitcher.
100% agree. That's a great pick for sure. Like you said, he's going to be cunning. He's going to be able to know. He's going to pitch.
Yeah.
There's throwers and then there's pitchers. He's going to be a pitcher. He's going to understand.
Again, picture him on his paws and doing this. He's got to throw the ball. But if we're bringing him to life, I think he'd be a good one.
I agree 100%. Well, my relief pitcher is I want somebody who's going to shut the door. Power arm. He's going to just boom, boom, boom. Think Goose Gossage, Mariano Rivera, those guys. And his name is it's going to scare you. Launchpad McQuack.
The name does kind of scare you.
As a pitcher, Launchpad's coming into the game. Yep, I'm going with Launchpad.
So we both, for our relief pitchers, picked wordplay versus strength and all that. But right. No, I think it's a great with the name scare. Like you said, the name will scare people away.
Yep. But he's big too. Launchpad.
He is big. He is a big guy. He's good built. Yeah, he's one of those clumsy guys. But
right.
He's the Vaughn of Major League. But,
exactly.
But he's going to be. You get him his little glasses or whatever his problem is, and he's going to find it, and he's going to be a good one.
Yeah, so that's my guy. I think Launchpad McQuack is coming into the game to close it down in the 9th inning. I think he would be fun.
Yep.
So there you go. Well, there you go, folks. That's our team. But a couple other things we got to do here. Every team's got to have a mascot.
100%.
And every team's got to have a name.
100%.
So let's do our mascot first. Who's your mascot?
My mascot and my team name kind of go together because they have to. So this was tailor-made for me with the Disney Dodgers, and Dodger from Oliver and Company is my mascot. So I'm going with the Disney Dodgers. Couldn't be made better for me. And Disney's near LA, so I'm going with the Disney Dodgers.
That's a good pick. That's great. That's the Disney Dodgers.
And again, Dodger from Oliver and Company is our little mascot.
I got you. That's great. Gotcha. Well, my team, you guys are going to laugh at this, but I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny, and that's why I picked it. My team, of course, Disney is based in Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
So we are the Anaheim Oranges.
Orange, like the fruit?
Like the fruit. And our mascot is the Orange Bird.
Magic of the Mouse TV said, "Ugh, I think I'm going to be sick." But I think they were talking about my pick.
They could have been talking about mine. But yep, we're the Anaheim Oranges, and the Orange Bird is our mascot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, hey, our slogan is, "We really concentrate."
There's the dad jokes.
That's the best I could do. I'm sorry. So there you go, folks. That's our Major League Baseball Disney teams. All 9, a relief pitcher, a manager, a utility player, an owner, mascot, and team name. Hope you guys like that. I think I love doing these.
I love doing these too, but I don't like them all real close together. I like when we spread them out 6 or 8 months apart. But yeah.
Melissa said she busted out laughing.
For what? Oh, the Orange Bird?
Yeah, and the slogan.
Concentrate?
Yeah, we really do concentrate, or whatever I said. I don't even remember what I said now.
I think it didn't matter. It was pretty close to that. So.
So there you go, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was tons of fun. I love doing these. We'll have to do basketball. We'll have to do hockey, although I knew less about hockey.
It's not that bad. You just put some people on the ice.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, Anna and Elsa, Olaf, they're all going to be on my team. So
there you go. Dan wants to do a soccer team.
I'm all in, Dan.
Yeah, you guys
I
might
like
have to help me.
soccer.
Yeah, you might have to help me with
I
that.
like foosball, real football, and that's what soccer is. So
That's true. Yes, it was. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. But you know what? We still got 10 minutes. So we're going to talk a little bit. Steve was on earlier. That guy right over there was on earlier with Dan. And they were talking about things they miss about Disney. You know, because everything right now is in lockdown and everything's been closed for a while. And I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a lot of fun. I think it was a great conversation that Dan was having with everybody. And I thought, you know what? Let's kind of delve into that a little bit further for the last few minutes that we have. Steve, what were some of the things you said that you missed?
Well, the thing I miss the most is Baby Yoda. Hi, Baby Yoda. Look, he's right there. He's so cute. No, I mean, do you want me to tell you what they all were real quick? Or
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
So number one, the first thing that I had mentioned that I missed the most was basically, I said, all of you. It's the interactions with people, my hashtag chosen family. I don't go to Disney for the rides. I go to Disney for the experiences and the memories, and getting to meet all these people in the chat, real life friends and family like you. I mean, I've stayed at your house before. That's crazy when you think I've only been doing this for a year. So, but the relationships we form have been real. The people and the love that we have for them is real. And that's what I miss the most because, sorry, Dan, I made Dan cry earlier. But that is truly what I miss the most is the human aspect of it all, and the people that I have grown to love, that I have been able to call my chosen family. They mean the world to me. And I even told him I'm considering. I leave in 2.5 weeks for Florida. Supposed to leave for 2.5 weeks for Florida. I'm considering moving the flight and driving down just so I can see the people that are still around there because they mean that much to me. So. And you're one of them. You live down there too. So, but no, that is what means the most to me, is what I've gained out of this box, and that is all of you.
Oh, I know. I agree, and I'll echo that sentiment. It's been life-changing in a lot of ways, for sure.
100%.
And definitely something that I didn't expect. I know that when Melissa and I started streaming, we just thought, let's get some streamers in here. Maybe it'll boost our numbers. You know, we'll have fun with it. We'll be able to talk to other people that like Disney, blah, blah, blah. But it became so much more than that. It became family.
Yep.
You know, in so many different ways. And it was almost like, you know, what you and I do right now, as soon as I met you for the first time, it was just like smooth sailing. It was like there was no hiccup. There was no, you know how you can get kind of like that awkward feeling. It would never even came close.
Well, I mean, I didn't even want to be on camera. That's how, and I stream. It's been like a year and 2 weeks now that I was on my first stream, and I didn't even want to be on this side of things. I thought we were watching some videos with my nieces. They were doing toys. I thought we could do that, and we did it. They started pretending that we were doing it. I thought we should put that on TV and see how it goes, and people were actually liking it. Then I found this community and I started interacting. And then I thought I was on Dia Miguel's trivia and I loved it. And I did it 4 times. And I thought I'm getting closer. I wanted to be a better version of myself before I got onto the camera. And I worked out a lot of the kinks. And I thought, you know, I like to think of myself as pretty, I don't know, like inventive. I like to do things differently. I think I have a good personality. I'm a good person. So I would want to gravitate towards other good people. And I started finding you guys, and then Shep gives me his phone number out of the blue, and I'm like, why is this weird guy giving me his phone number? I don't know him, you know, and you got to think, this is all in a year's time, where we've gone from a year not even being on TV to developing everything that's been developed in 1 year is crazy and mind-blowing, to where I get you telling me, hey, I told you, hey, I'm going to come out to Baltimore to see Pete because, you know, everything that's happened to Pete. That's how much these people mean to me, that I would take a trip to go see you guys. And then you're like, oh, you're just staying here. I'm like, I can't do that. I mean, you don't know me that, you know, and you said, I think the first question you asked me is, well, have you ever killed anybody before? And I said, no, have you? And he goes, no. And I was like, okay, then let's do it. So no, look, the people and the relationships that we form in this community are genuine and real. And that's why this part of our community is small, just a small chunk of the massive Disney community there is. But our part of that community is we've all gravitated towards each other because we're all like-minded. We all have the same beliefs and morals. and we all are genuine, authentic people, and that means more to me and the friendships I've developed than anything in the world.
Oh, I agree 100%. And that's what's been so much fun about it. And like you guys said, Jeff said it, Dan said it, going to Disney now, it takes on a whole different meaning. Look, I'm not going to lie. Yes, I still enjoy going to the shows and the parks and doing the rides and everything. But meeting everybody and seeing everybody, it's just icing on the cake. It's what makes them that much more special to go. It's like you're going to see your family at Disney. It's awesome.
Dean's here, by the way.
Who's that? Oh,
Dean.
Dean at the live place. Hey, Dean, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Everybody say hi to Dean. Yeah, it's just been fantastic. I will say one of the other things I've missed so far is, especially now being down here, is just the ability to go. It's one thing if I still lived in Maryland and I'd be like, well, I wasn't going again until such and such anyway. But being down here as a local and being literally 20 minutes from it and not being able to go, it's been torture. What's up, Dougie? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. It's been absolute torture. I've literally driven over there just to drive over there to just be in the area.
When you were telling me, I was like, man, he's crazy. He's gonna get caught and get thrown on the, But no, I get it. It's just it's hard to explain to people. Like when you come from somebody like I did. Okay, I was a nerd in school. I know, shocker. I was the biggest guy in school, so nobody picked on me or anything. I didn't have that kind of aspect of things, but I'm not socially awkward by any means, but I didn't have a lot of good friends, not a lot of true friends that would be true to me, whatever I want. I still don't ever have that. I've developed such a relationship with people like you that I would trust with my life that I wouldn't trust with my life with maybe 5 people here throughout my whole life that I've grown up with. That's how powerful this community is. And that's how powerful that of a transition over the last year that I've had, that these wonderful people are my family and friends, and they come watch us every single week. And I'm on a minimum of 5 times a week just for their regularly scheduled shows, let alone when people ask me to come on. I'm honored each and every time that somebody asks me to come on their show. And I try not to say no to any of them because these people mean the world to me and their family.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is, and I can say without question, I know I speak for Melissa, we always have your back, and anybody else's any way we can.
Likewise.
That goes without saying, but it's been great. I mean, but when it comes to some of the things I miss, I just miss walking down Main Street. Yeah. Not being able to go, just walk down Main Street, hear the music, smell the smells, look in the windows, windows, the fun windows they have. I just miss that.
Magic in the Mouse. I used to think you were a good guy, Steve, but now I'm thinking things a Dodger fan not believing in Magic. Trust me, I believe in the Magic. This whole thing that we're talking about is Magic. I am a Dodger fan, and that's a plus. So, but honestly, the second thing on my list that you're talking about right now was the ambient atmosphere and environment. It's just the sheer beauty of how they do things. Every square inch is covered with something that was made for your pleasure. The smells that they pipe into the things, and walking into Polynesian and smelling that, and the baked goods when you go past the bakery and everything. Oh, and then of course just the subtle music and sounds. Going through next to Pandora, hearing the wildlife of Pandora walk by, hearing the subtle music going down Main Street. It's just nobody does it like Disney. Nobody. It's all the stuff that you're not supposed to pay attention to that makes it so special.
Yep. And Magic in the Mouse just beat me to the punch. I was just getting ready to say I missed the Dapper Dans and the people on Main Street, the Main Street people. Yep. They'll get out there and they'll sing "Let's All Celebrate Mickey Today." Yep. I love when they do that. I was watching every single time.
I was watching some old videos for something that we're doing for this and that, and I found a video that we showed Wednesday that I was just walking, literally had the camera rolling, walking down Main Street, and 2 people passed me that were dressed in that attire like the Dapper Dans. I thought, where are they going? So I followed them, and they went to the Main Street trolley that was in the middle, right in front of the castle, and the Main Street Transportation Company did a song and dance routine right there. It was just no show, awesome. No announcement. They just walked past and started doing it. So
that's fantastic. I love that stuff. That's the stuff that's just is fantastic. Brian says, I can forgive you for being a Dodgers fan if you can forgive me for being a Braves fan.
The Braves are okay now. They used to be They used to be annoying, but now they're good. I like them. They're okay.
Why were they annoying? Because they won their division?
No, because somebody I know that lives here used to be a Braves fan, and he was really annoying about it.
Oh, you mean kind of like how you are with the Dodgers?
I'm not annoying about it. I'm just telling you. I'm not.
Well, it depends
I'm not
on
in your
what-
face going, "Hey, Walt, the Dodgers are going to blow you away every week." I mean,
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. We do
You
the
said-
we do the picks, and I'm like, "Hey, look, I'm
Who's gonna win the
honest
World
about
Series?
it." Dude? You're going to make me looking like an idiot when the best team in the league is the Dodgers.
Who was the best team last year?
The Dodgers.
No, the Nationals. They won the World
No,
Series.
the Nationals played the better during the playoffs. The Dodgers were the best team in the league.
Best team in the league is the team that wins the World Series.
I disagree.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know you are. So
Brian thinks it's funny. The Phillies. Oh my God, hey, Brian's just being funny too. But no, I agree with you, Steve. The ambient feeling of it all. It doesn't matter which park it is either. It can be Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom. It's fantastic. I agree 100%.
T. Marie is so wrong, but I can end this right now. The Red Sox are the best. You're welcome. Sorry, Marie. You got no votes now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I agree with you there. I don't think so. I think they're going to be on a sharp decline.
Yeah, they are for sure.
Yep. But anyway, well, guys, we are past 9 o'clock, and I know that we have Shep going live at 9:30, right, Steve?
Yep.
With story time for Shep.
Yep.
So we don't want to hang on for too much longer. But first and foremost, to my buddy right over here, Steve, thank you for joining me tonight, buddy, as usual. I hope you had fun with this.
Oh, I have fun just coming in this little box and hanging out with you, whether we're live or not.
I do too. It's always one of the things we look forward to. Well, I do every single Saturday, is knowing that you and I are going to spend time together and have this great community to talk with about these fun topics, because we always seem to have good topics for sure.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I like it anyways. And I like the fact that we mix Disney in with it, and we do our sports thing and then still talk about Disney afterwards if we have time. I mean, so it's good.
Yep, I agree 100%. And to everybody in the chat, thank you all for being here. We really hope you guys enjoy this. Again, it's different than your normal Disney talk that we get every other day of the week. That's why we do it. We wanted something to be a little bit different. We incorporate Disney in as many ways as we can, but we really have a good time with this.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
I just do have one request though going forward.
Sure.
If Mason's going to be on the streams, can we at least not wear pajamas? I mean, we got to have a little class on this show. I know he just walked in the door back there. So.
Oh, I'll tell him.
Let's class it up a little bit. And if we're at least going to wear pajamas, wear Disney pajamas.
We got him those for Christmas. I'm just glad he wears them, to be honest.
No, I love that kid. He's a great kid.
He's fun. But thank you again, everybody in the chat. Thank you all for being here. Great choices in the chat as well. Everybody was very, very interactive tonight, as usual. Of course, we want to thank Dean over at the Live Place, theliveplace.com. Check them out. Monday through Sunday streams, you can find it over there. They are the TV guide of streams for sure.
Yep.
Check him out. He'll have them all over there, and he's a great supporter of this community. Steve, that guy over there, I keep doing that wrong. There we go. Monday night with Steve, just another Monday night. This Monday night, you said you are coming back with...
We're doing another episode of Getting to Know You. We'll have the Myers and the Mouse family on, so...
Very nice.
It's going to be fun.
Yep, Kelly and Mama and the Mouse.
Yep.
Kelly and Mama Mouse, it's going to be fantastic. 8 o'clock Monday, be sure to check them out. Of course, Wednesday, you have the Disney crew at 9.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be fun. What's coming up this Wednesday, or are you still...
we are continuing. So if you watched our show this past Wednesday, we snuck into Disney. And that's probably going to be the theme, since we're having an 8-week trip that we'll probably be there for like 8 weeks. So that's kind of our theme right now. While we're bringing as much magic as we possibly can without it being open. So we snuck into Disney. That's our theme for the few weeks.
Awesome. That's going to be fun for sure. So check them out. Disney on Wednesdays at 9. Be sure to check them out. Of course, there's so many different streamers. I don't even begin to know where to start. I will say, for those of you that are up tonight, Gonzo, The Adventures of Gonzo, I think that's the name of his channel, is going live at 11 o'clock tonight. He's having a chat, and he's asked me to be on with him, so I will be on there. We're going to talk Disney and a few other things, so we'd love for you to check us out tonight at 11 p.m. The Adventures of Gonzo, I think is the name of his channel, so be sure to check him out. Of course, you have Steve and I on Saturdays. I go live on Tuesdays with Melissa and I. This coming Tuesdays, look, we feel like this is post-apocalyptic in a lot of ways with everything that's going on. So you know what we're going to do on Tuesday? We're going to count down our top 10 post-apocalyptic movies. I can't say it.
Close. Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic. Thank you. Top 10 movies post-apocalyptic. There you go. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time with it, and I hope you guys can join us for that. Melissa is just now finding out about that in this stream.
Surprise, honey.
Exactly. But anyway, guys, be sure to check us out. And we're very close to 2,000 subs if you haven't already subscribed. We're getting there.
Single digits. Let's go. Get them there.
We'll get there at some point. But thank you all again for joining us. We definitely appreciate you. I think that's everybody for now. And thank you all for joining us. And again, take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.